Hello, everyone. Trevor here with TCS Gaming, and this is the top four match from TCS 5. We have Tyler on the left playing Chaos Fairies, and we have Lewis here on the right playing Frog Monarch. Tyler was our third seed going into Top Cut, and Lewis was our second seed going into Top Cut. Lewis got a bye uh, in the first round of Top Cut because we cut the top six with an 18-person TCS tournament. And Tyler played Mo in the first round of Top Cut. So Tyler starts off his turn here with Solar Recharge, sending the two Caiuses, and a Jane, set one, mill two more cards. Looks like we got two Fairies engraved for Tyler. And it looks like we are on Lewis's turn. So this was Tyler and Lewis's first TCS appearance. The TCS 5 kind of opened up to more players in the Tampa area, and Lewis and Tyler, this is their first time competing at the TCS tournament. So looks like Lewis specialed Cyber, declaring an attack into Jane. Looks like Tyler's thinking here. I guess there could potentially be an Honest in hand. So the mats that you see Lewis and Tyler playing on, those are the TCS Top Cut mats. Uh, these were designed by TCS's own Cody Moreland. Great job on these. Love the way that these came out. It looks like on damage, it looks like the Trag was summoned, and then in main phase 2, Caius was tributed, or Caius was tributed over the Cyber Dragon to remove the Trag from play. All right, looks like passing back to Tyler. Let's see what Tyler's got here. Yeah, and so I was talking about the mats. Yeah, so these were done by our good friend Cody Moreland. These mats are supposed to mimic the Joey and Yugi Moto iconic anime moment where Joey is kind of grabbing Yugi and, making that iconic Joey chin. So um, Cody took inspiration from that and made it Greffer and Vayu with Deck Devi in the background. So, I mean, amazing creativity, and I really do think the mats turned out amazing. Okay, so looks like we have Call of the Haunted for the Nova Summoner. Let's see what Tyler does here. And I also hate the fact that Tyler has to play on this deck Devi mat. I know he does not like that card, especially playing this deck. I'm pretty sure that Chaos Fairies is Tyler's one and only deck. I think he's been one-tricking this deck the entire format. So he has a special hate for Deck Devastation Virus, and I can totally understand, but I needed him to play on the top cut mat for the recording. So sorry, Tyler. I'll try not to have Deck Devi as the next TCS mat. Okay, so it looks like we crashed Nova Summoner into the Caius. Thinking here about what we want to bring out. I'm assuming another Nova Summoner. Yep, crashed that. Looks like you got three Fairies engraved now. Okay, ending on Herald. Interesting. So assuming he wants to do some sort of synchro play to end on here. Okay, so we're moving both, I guess, for the Soul Impurity. Yep. Okay. going for a level 8 into Stardust. And so what? That puts his fairy count at 5. Oh, and look at that, Sork. Okay. That puts his fairy count perfectly at 4. Sork banish. Woo! Man, that Christia is rough. That card's so good. I've played Tyler a couple of times since switching from Black Wings to Hero Frogs, and this matchup is way, way harder. Okay, so looks like Soul Exchange, sending the Christia. And does he have a convert for the Monarch? Okay, only a Cyber. That's unfortunate. That's truly unfortunate. So Sork will just banish, summon the Herald, make another Synchro. Yeah, this is GG's here. Oh, yeah, he needs to probably, that can't do Goyo, right? I think the guys are going to tell him here. Yeah, okay. So what, you go into Thought Ruler or Darken? Okay, Darken. Yeah, this is a tough board. Dang, Tyler, why you gotta do Lewis like that? And I guess this isn't actually, is this game? I don't think it is game. Because it's the 21, it's the, oh no, it is game, but he's got the Rye Break to send the Stardust. Okay, send the Stardust. Stardust can't come back from the because of the Christia. Okay, so that was a way for Lewis. I don't know what Lewis could top deck here on regular Frog Monarchs to get out of this, though. I guess what, another Soul Exchange Caius? I guess that would work. Nah. All right, scooping it up. Game 1 goes to Tyler. And let's see what goes on in game 2. Yeah, that's just a tough board. I mean, Christia already prevents your Treeborn Frog from coming out. And I mean, the only answer you got to that in regular Frog Monarchs is, I don't know. I mean, the Soul Exchange Monarch play. But Lewis didn't have the Monarch to convert that Soul Exchange better. He only had the Cyber Dragon. So definitely an unfortunate situation for Lewis there. I will say though, one thing I didn't know about Lewis's list is that he is main decking 2 Cyber Dragon. That's interesting. Um, I do know that Lewis's version of Frog Monarchs is definitely a little different than the norm, so kind of interested to see how some of those changes come up here in this match. Yeah, you can see Joel, he's over there testing the card slide. So that is one unfortunate part about these mats. They came out really nice, but the card slide is incredibly rough. Like the card slide, the initial card slide is really good, but they're really sticky. So we were kind of having a laugh about that. This is the first time we went with this mat manufacturer for the TCS top cut mats. So um, I'm hoping to get these better locked in for the future. Um, Hoping that we can hopefully remediate this card slide issue. As you can see, even when they were trying to properly side deck, they were dragging the cards across the mat and they were just sticking really bad. So hopefully they break in. That's the hope. But of course, we could just look into another mat manufacturer. All right, so looks like we are still siding here. And I guess I can tell you a little bit about TCS. So TCS is a Tampa circuit of Edison players that we kind of get together at the house and run a tournament. And we do Edison format for now. Maybe we'll expand into other formats in the future. But for now, just Edison. It started as Edison. Um, it's a good time. Sometimes we'll do food and we'll sometimes we'll grill out and eat and play cards. Yeah, it's a fun time. And honestly, I do think that it's a good collection of players that show up, and we've got some really good talent in the Tampa area, and so it's a really good time. And I love hosting these events. they're hosted at my house, and I kind of organize the tournaments, and it ever since we ran the first one, I think in January of 2025, it was an instant hit, and we just kind of upped the player count each time. Interest grew, and yeah, no, I mean TCS is here to stay. All right, looks like we're going into game two. Sorry, Lewis, for that card slide. Looks like Lewis will be going first for us. A set one and pass. Looks like we're doing the solar recharge. Yeah, so I mean, Chaos Fairies on the solar recharge Lightsworn engine. I mean, I can definitely see this being the way you want to play it in the modern Edison game. I mean, you're just getting a little bit more speed out of it. You're getting your graveyard filled up. You're seeing more of your cards, more of your deck. Like, I can definitely see the recharge engine being the way you want to run Chaos Fairies. All right, so similar to game one, going with the Jane. Um, Looks like Tyler's declaring an attack with Jane. Looks like Lewis is going to take it. No Battle Fader here today. All right. Looks like we're in main phase two. Tyler's thinking about what he wants to set. All right. A set two pass. Looks like an in phase MST for Lewis. Hitting the call. It's a good hit. All right. Looks like it's Lewis's turn. All right, looks like Lewis is soul soul exchanging for the sub, tributing Tyler's Jane. Looks like there's no oppression here, so looks like Lewis is just going to run through the deck, do the little substitute frog combo. It is kind of funny that both of these decks are playing on the Deck Devi mat, where Deck Devi is kind of their natural enemy. All right, looks like we've got Lewis ending on the Duplock. Just getting to all of those good cards. Hopefully he starts top decking some bombs here. All right, looks like we're passing to Tyler. And Tyler passes immediately back to Lewis. So looks like Lewis is going to bring back the Treeborn and standby. Yeah, okay. Let's see. For the Cyber, man, he has seen that Cyber Dragon. Okay, looks like we did some damage. And pass back to Tyler. Notably, Tyler is side decking that Soul Taker. I can see it in the graveyard. That's a good card. Makes Dupe Frog miss timing. Not played as much in Edison though. I need to ask him how much he likes that card. Because like typically for the dupe lock, I mean you'll see multi-use cards like Fissure or Smashing Ground or something like that. But okay, so we're tributing for the Caius here. Oop, hits the Nova. Looks like we're attacking for more. Okay, looks like it's specialing for Soul. Okay. Tribute for Caius. So I guess here's the question. You're just gonna get rid of the Caius. Okay. That's a tough decision there because like you either want to get rid of the dupe block or you want to get rid of the Caius for extra damage, I guess. But yeah, I would just assume that. Oh, okay. We got the okay, yeah, that's just good game. Okay. So looks like Lewis takes game two, and it looks like we're going to a game three. Looks like Brandon got Dave's hot chicken. I can see it in the background there. If y'all don't know Brandon, he got second place at the Versus Games first Edison monthly about a month and a half ago, I would say, with dragons, dragon pile, DEI dragons, flip dragons, plant dragons, I guess whatever you want to call it. But he is a dragon master. He knows that deck about as well as anybody does in Edison format, and he's really good with it. Um, yeah, and he also plays 3 copies of Future Fusion, from what I understand. So he always has Future Fusion. And there's the party foul. Yep. So as you can see here, Lewis committed the party foul here and knocked over the camera by banging on the table. And so I had to reset us up. We had a good laugh about it. So thank you, Lewis, for the commercial break there. And obviously you see me just here fumbling with the camera, trying to figure it out, trying to get the right angle. Yeah, I'm sitting next to Lewis here and giving him a hard time about it. Yeah, we try to keep production quality here at TCS pretty high. I'm just joking. All right, looks like Tyler's going first. Man, he has seen that solar every game. He really does see a lot of his deck with that card. Looks like the Lightning Vortex was probably sided in. Okay, so going Lila here. Oh my goodness, he has some hate in here for frogs. He's got the Lightning Vortex. We've seen the Soul Taker. There's Mask Restrict. Okay, so okay, I do know that Lewis does this. He sides 3 Kaiku. I remember he and I were playing at locals, and this was the first time I had played him when he was on this Frog Monarch deck, and I didn't know he cited 3 Kaiku. And so I went into a line where I had to special swap with the Treeborn in my hand, send Treeborn, and I got extremely punished with the Kaiku the following turn, and it was just good game. But ever since then, that was a learning lesson. Lewis sides 3 Kaiku. All right, so we got the Raigeki break here, hitting the Alk. All right, Alk will grab back. Was it another Alk? I couldn't tell what was grabbed back by Tyler, but okay. All right, so Tyler's choosing to go. Oh, yep, can't do it because of Kaiku. Oh man, the Kaiku is putting in work. Okay, so here's the Soul Taker. Man, he has a lot of hate in there. Yeah, I mean, in the first, I don't know, 10 or 11 cards, he's seen 3 of his side deck cards. I mean, he might have a lot sided in for this matchup. All right, so it's just a set 1 from Lewis and pass. Okay, we got the Soul coming out now that Kaiku's gone. Okay, so he grabbed the Alk. Okay, so Alk effect. Okay, so now we have the Fader. I'm pretty sure Lewis plays 3 of that card. I remember asking him after the tournament. All right, so Fader tribute for the vanities. Okay, does Tyler have the honest for the punish here? This solar purity and light, I forgot it has this effect. It's like you, I think it's your opponent's monster loses 300 attack. So I think vanities just clears the soul by 100, if I remember the number correct. Okay, so looks like we didn't have the honest for the punish. Oh, well, we have the brain control. That'll work too. Okay, so brain control the vanity. Okay, so he's got to convert the vanity, right? Oh, you so he's gonna hard tribute summon the Arc Lord Christia. Okay, man, that card's hard to play against, man. Okay, yeah, Regeki break, that'll work. Had to pitch a Ryza for it if I saw the pitch from Lewis correctly. Another Alk hitting Lila. Lewis just demonstrating there how rough the card slide is on these mats. Oh boy. Okay, looks like Tyler's thinking here. Yeah, Tyler's thinking long and hard about this one. I mean, he's got a rather sizable hand here. Let's see what he can do with it. What he got? Like 5 cards in hand? Was it 4? Okay, so normal summon Herald. Go for Brio. Okay, so he'll do okay, so no Brio effect here yet. We're just going for Soul. Okay, Brio pitch. Oh boy. Oh man, that was actually a really sick combo. Okay, so Brio and Christia get in for damage. He added the Dialk to hand, if I remember correctly. Oh man, Lewis just hard drew. He was like, "Yep, nah, this is game." All right, well, that was the top 4 match between Lewis and Tyler. Tyler is advancing to the finals of TCS 5. See ya.